Welcome back for another episode of Super Fun Game Review Podcast Go. Find us on facebook.com/superfunpodcast, twitter.com/superfunpodcast, patreon.com/superfunpodcast, Instagram @superfunpodcastgo, iTunes @Superfun Game Review Podcast Go. Thanks and enjoy the show.
Welcome back for another episode of Super Fun Game Review Podcast Go! I am your host tonight, Steve. To my left is Ralph.
Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Crack corn and I don't care.
Across from me would be Clark.
Come on, sipping on down to the farm.
To my right, I have Harry.
Ma died. I'm sorry, that wasn't funny.
And I got me some chickens. Bagok, motherfucker. So if you've been following any of the posts, you know tonight is exciting episode of Farming Simulator.
15.
Here we go. Let's do it. So let's just get this rolling. I will say to start off, thank you for everybody who participated in the vote of the worst game. And
come on.
with-
It's not that bad.
No, they succeeded in
You
officially
you
voting for the worst
succeeded.
game.
And I
on
have
that
to-
You
list.
guys haven't played Brink.
I have to
I
extend
have.
another.
I would have had more fun with this.
I have to extend another big thank you because this was my pick for this poll, and it
Isn't that
won
third
with
in a row, Steve?
Blame him.
50%, motherfucker. Bagok.
But gawk.
All right, initial impressions. Harry, what you got?
When I originally picked it up, I
It was
wasn't
with your hands.
at the store.
Oh, fancy.
I had a small inkling of hope that this was actually going to be not a great game, but a game I wouldn't mind spending a few hours in.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
Yes. Too much hope. Yeah, that hope was very quickly squashed in the first hour. I actually let Leanne play the first hour just to experiment with the game.
You mean halfway through the tutorial?
we skipped the tutorial.
Oh,
We
did you?
We just jumped right into the
that
game.
that may have actually been a little bit of a downfall, but okay.
I
went back and did the tutorials. That gets in the game.
Alright,
But it was excruciating, to say the least. I put in enough time to say that I can review this game, but that is literally all I can put
like sitting on a porcupine or eating a porcupine.
in. Raw.
Raw.
That's an analogy.
Ralph.
So I'm a little bit familiar with the franchise, actually. A friend of mine, shout out to Shane. Apparently he got hooked on this guy. I don't know which version he got hooked on. It was one of the console versions for the Xbone. And I can sort of see the appeal. He lives in like a rural area, and I don't know if he ever had fantasies of being a farmer or whatnot, but
All right.
it essentially, gives you the chance to
Be a farmer.
experience it, sort of, mostly, I guess. The tedium and boredom and all that.
He just sits
Yeah.
there throwing dirt on his knees. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
I'm wearing overalls.
He gets all dressed up in front of his TV.
Sorry, Shane.
This is my straw hat.
Got me a lipper.
Can you use a strong hand? Put a straw hat on.
Puts on some overalls and a flannel.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm ready to play.
I gotta go
Oh my
down to the
God.
trading post.
Shane, I'm so sorry.
It's not directed to you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Gonna get me a scarecrow from the general store.
But I know a little bit about like I don't know if you would technically want to call it like a genre, like simulation, I guess.
I would
is
call that a
its own
genre.
genre, because there are a lot of simulator games like Car Mechanic Simulator, or there's even like Tractor Mechanic Simulator.
You got your flight simulators out there.
Flight simulators, yeah. I mean, I think we've all played those in the.
There's Euro
the-
Trucker Simulator where you're just driving an 18-wheeler
Yep,
down a highway
yep.
and get stuck in traffic. No, I'm not even lying. That's part of the game.
It is.
Yeah, exciting. Burn. Oh, shit, I got to merge.
Oh shit! I gotta call AAA. I got a flat.
Yeah, I'm done.
I think you were done about 4 days ago. Clark, initial impression.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
You doggy. So I'm not going to name names. This game has been hyped to me before by someone who like really was into it, like really into this fucking game. And are
they communal known? Like,
yeah.
Do we all know them?
Are they more rural or urban?
Rural.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask that question.
Yeah, it's fine. And
Crops, motherfucker.
So I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I picked the game up, put it in my PS4.
Did you pick it up with your hands too?
No, my
No.
dick.
Wrapped it around 3 times.
He poured like glue all over his dick and just got it.
No need for glue.
Ew. You got to clean that shit. That's not healthy.
Man glue. He already traded it in.
I traded that shit back in.
Oh, poor sticky
Good thing they didn't check the weight.
This seems about 5 pounds heavier. It's jism.
It's jizz.
Jesus, you come 5 pounds?
You don't?
Yeah, you don't.
Oh. All right.
Liquid ounces.
Laying ropers all day.
Jesus.
I don't know what that means. Okay.
I could fill half a silo in a week.
Found yours.
I am the crop.
Oh my
4
god.
cum-filled silos out of... I'm sorry to take your
No
spoiler.
spoilers. Yeah, so when I actually played the game, I couldn't get into it. I tried just playing it without the tutorial, and it didn't really work for me. And then I played it with the tutorial, and it still didn't work for me. And that's been my experience with the game. It's been awful.
So I was trying to go for a game that I just heard was bad, but I know there was kind of a cult following. So I had this glimmer of hope that it may be something that I put in. It's like, oh, hey, this actually isn't that bad. I'm not going to go so far as to say I regret my decision, but it was...
I regret your decision.
That was kind of part of what I wanted to do.
I do want to build on your initial impression, Steve. From a third-party perspective, Steve came to borrow the game from me. He was so excited to get home and play this game.
I kind of was.
I just want to add that in. And I don't know if it lived up to that excitement, but I just remember he was a little giddy at first.
A little bit. I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it. Yeah, so we're going to dive in. Let's do this, and let's get started with some game development.
Ooh, this sound effect is going to be very appropriate.
Yeah.
Game development.
Thank you, Ralph. That's what we were going for.
Yeah.
So
and now everyone's deaf.
does anyone have anything for game development for this? I don't. I really don't think there's a lot to know.
This game was developed.
So, okay.
Good job, Ralph.
On my lunch break today, I did look at the Wikipedia.
This game was harvested.
It was a bad season. I think it was 2013, if I'm not mistaken, was this release. I think it was originally done for PS3, and then they revamped the graphics for PS4.
Wait. It's called Simulator 15. Did they really release it in 13?
It must have been 14.
It was late 2014.
Was it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was October 2014.
Well, okay. My apologies, but the wiki page I looked at had a conglomerate of all
Yeah.
the
I know what you mean.
yeah.
Well, at least it was...
What was the studio that made it? I think that would be important to note. to stay away from other games.
Was it Nordic Reykjavik Studios?
Was it Epic?
No, it wasn't Epic.
Was it Bungie?
I think it was Capcom.
Konami. It was Catcom.
Catcom? I think it was Catcom.
5 gallons of Catcom. Oh, sorry, 5 pounds. 5 pounds.
Giants Software was the
Yes, thank
developer.
you,
That's
Giants.
it.
Thank you, Giants.
Yeah,
That would have been a fun
you.
cheat code if you were just a boom, 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 big giant on the map.
That actually would have been pretty cool.
No, it wouldn't have, because nothing's destructible in that game.
No, it's not.
It's
No
so annoying.
damage.
Except for the crops.
Yeah, even then, like, oh god. Okay, we need to get through development.
Yeah. So it was made to simulate farming.
Now, I will say, as a
And
franchise,
accurate.
they do bounce back and forth between console releases and mobile releases quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Okay,
There was
I
a
thought-
mobile version?
I thought 15
There
was
is.
so successful that they only released 16 on the fucking Vita.
No, 16 was an app because that was my.
And on the Vita.
Oh God!
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, it's the first thing. When I looked it up, the only thing that came up for Farming Simulator 16, which was the original part of the survey.
Wait,
That-
did I
that-
play?
that
Did I
was
play
the
the
original.
wrong version?
Which one did
no,
you play?
15.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
15.
We all agreed on 15 because none of us have Vitas except for me. 16 was only
I don't want you to
was
share
only
your
an app and the Vita version.
You can keep your Vita to yourself.
I it wasn't funny the first time.
yes, it was.
Still in.
All right, that's it for game development. Like I really
I think so. I mean, it's pretty much because I think
Well, did they go to-
Giants Software was pretty much the one who's been doing most of the farming simulators for the most part. That's kind of their niche.
Did
And
they
it's
gather
an-
research like on location?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Kansas?
Bjornhorn.
Bjorn Horn.
I'm going to Bjornhorn. Look at the forest in my crops. I drive the tractor, harvest the beets.
Swedish chef, of course. Yeah, why not?
Where else are you going to go with this?
Hurdy turdy flurgamurgen. I don't know.
Turdy, canoe
I
oil.
don't know.
All right, you know what? I'm just going to cut it there. We're done with game development. There's really nothing. So
Let's get into the story. I'm excited.
yeah. Let's story.
Story.
Let's story.
I feel very passionate about the story.
Me too.
I want to talk about how I finished the tutorial and I wait, where do I go? what do I do?
You farm, man.
What's-
That's what you do.
What's my objective?
So that's
Who am I?
that's something that
How can I teleport? I don't understand. I'm confused. I'm a confused farmer and I'm in $100,000 of debt. What do I do?
welcome to farming. But that's where I like the story because I find this create your own story. I found myself in Denmark. I need to try to make a living.
Denmark. Do you know how big Denmark is?
Hand jobs on the corner weren't working so well, so I got me a tractor and a plot of land. From that tractor, I got me some chickens.
You sound like you're from South Carolina, Denmark. Or Denmark, South Carolina.
Don't hate me, boy. I cut you from the inside out like my chicken and ride you like my steer.
Wait, like a steer or like I'm a steer?
I don't feel so good anymore.
Like my steer.
Steers and queers.
Here's a surprise. I
Just
fucked
turned
my
into
steer. Farm me some taters. So yeah, there is no story. You're a farmer. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
I would just do voiceover acting the whole time. Cutting down log. No, I went when I was doing everything, it was just Sling Blade. I don't know why. That's just where everything went to.
Should I know what Sling Blade is or who he is or what
Billy
he's
Bob
from?
Thornton?
Okay.
No,
It's like the only time he's ever won an Academy Award for anything.
Oh, is that Monsters Ball?
no.
Sling Blade.
That's what it's
the
called?
movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God! Sorry.
Not where he's taking Halle Berry from behind.
Yeah,
but
well,
he's,
I believe it.
oh God! Now Ralph's a putty. So what story did you guys come up with?
Somebody else go so I can like just
You need to gather your thoughts about the
Yes.
story of Farming
Yep.
Simulator. I'm sorry it's so overwhelming. Harry, what you got?
somebody else go.
I don't know. This guy he could not get out of debt. He tried so hard, and he just like, as soon as I farm this crop, we're gonna be out of debt, living the high life. Oh no, I need this other machine I didn't know I needed. Oh, well, we're gonna have to borrow another 50,000. Oh, I'm sorry, little Sally, you're not going to college. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel if there's any kind of story, I just feel so bad for this guy, how much debt he got into.
I want to go to the city, Pa. No, you can't, little Sally.
And then I quit on him.
Oh,
I just left him.
You just
hundreds
left
of
him.
thousands of dollars in debt.
Rotting crops. Workers.
No, I turned that off.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had enough challenge with the game. I did not need rotting crops as well.
I don't think I realized you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
They'll
fucked around
rot.
with the functions a lot. I did the fastest paced growing.
Oh, okay.
Does this technically bleed into gameplay?
This is gameplay. Harry,
Yeah.
I know you're so excited. Stop jumping ahead. God damn it. We have structure.
Just cut it in, all right?
Cut it in.
Cut it in.
The end of his story, your farmer was an old grizzled man
Just in
in
debt.
2 hours.
Just in debt.
Yeah. just in debt.
crippling debt.
Crippling.
He had to donate the farm. To
Oh,
the
he just kept going to that ATM, so hopeful.
All right. What you got, Clark?
So in my version of the game, I was just imagining that this poor lost soul had to feed the crops to a demon that lived in the woods.
Oh.
That is how my character was like, I just have to feed this demon. Because literally any story to this game would have added to it. Anything. But there was nothing. The game was completely devoid of story.
So mine's half simpleton. Harry went crippling debt of depression.
I turned mine into a literal survival horror.
Now, before I really dived into the crippling depression, I did take a trip to the local fair.
Oh, you saw
Yeah.
the circus?
Yes.
Yeah?
Can you go in that tent?
No.
No.
Okay.
I just drove around.
Oh, yeah, I drove around it in a fucking...
That was the
quick
highlight of that
tractor, too.
farmer's life.
Yeah.
Crippling debt. Oh, a fair. Crippling debt.
I tried to drive on top of the tent. It did not work.
Wait,
The physics probably would have allowed you without like crunching the tent or anything.
Oh
like
yeah!
that.
Oh my god! It would have turned into a giant ramp if there was like gravity in that game. But that's gameplay. I'll save that for.
Ralph, what magical imaginary land did you come up with for this amazing story?
Nothing. Nothing, really. It was just like, okay, blank slate, doing stuff, bored. I mean, say what you want about the game. It simulates the boredom of being a farmer very well.
That's very true.
No, I would think I actually would enjoy actually driving a tractor.
So wait, you weren't like about to get lobotomized, and then like you just see like
No.
giant ninja robots and fucking samurai and
No, that's very creative. No.
Nope.
That's not what happened here.
It's
Sucker
just
Punch.
all sad.
It was like,
it's
boring
literally
fields.
Sucker Punch, Ralph.
like no man's. Oh, fuck you. I just wiped it from my brain. Thank you. Fucking Sucker Punch.
It's a good movie.
It's Ralph's favorite movie.
Hey, well,
If we could have a fan buy a copy of Sucker Punch for Ralph.
I have multiple copies. I'll just give them.
Multiple? Is it like Looper?
No, I have one on DVD, and then I was like, fucking, now that I own a Blu-ray player, I
Gotta get this
Gotta
on
see
Blu-ray.
that ass in HD.
got it.
well, when you put it that way,
So-
I haven't seen it.
Shall we move on to probably the lengthiest part of this?
I
This
am
gameplay?
not done with my amazing story. Let's move on into gameplay.
Gameplay.
It's going to cut like that, and somebody's going to be like, no, I need to know.
No, you know everything now. All right.
So, gameplay. Did anybody just watch the crops grow?
No.
I did.
You did? You really did? You
did.
I
sat
didn't
watching-
play around with the timers or anything.
Yeah, no, I just watched it grow because I had no other fields I could buy without going
Crippling
into more
debt.
debt.
More crippling debt.
Well, Harry, what was your cash crop?
I
Which-
harvested corn once.
Yeah. You didn't do the canola? That's like the most
Oh,
expensive
I'll tell you
one.
what was my biggest downfall. I was like, ooh,
Inserting the disc.
what was the what was it the something beets? What kind of beets were they?
Red.
I forget. I don't know. I forget what type
by
of beet.
Dre.
Ooh,
Yeah.
purple. So I planted a beet field, right, on a hill.
That's a good
That's an important detail to this. Crop is ready to be harvested, right? None of my machines are the proper machines to harvest this. So first, I have to buy a crop clipper, which goes around and just clips the top of the plant.
Yep.
Then I was like, oh, now I can harvest it. Nope. I need a beat harvester. Specifically
Specifically
for
beets.
For beets. That thing cost, I think,
$100,000
yeah, it was
machine.
like $100,000
Jesus
machine.
Christ.
And that is how my character went bald. Now, when I bought the clipper, it's just an attachment to your existing tractor.
You mean
right?
you didn't design them after yourself?
Create your own character.
Zing!
So I put the clipper on the front of one of my tractors. Regretfully, I put it on the weakest tractor.
Oh, no.
He would make it down the hill, but he never had enough horsepower to come up the hill.
Did you? No, I guess a counterweight wouldn't matter. That would just bog you down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you get counterweights in this game?
Yeah.
You can, yes.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that. That's fucking
They were
Yeah.
probably on some of your existing tractors.
Probably.
Yeah, you start with some.
Yeah. So that was a pain.
so that was a pain.
Did anybody harvest a crop and then you think you have the whole field cleared and then you're just driving over the empty field and then all of a sudden it starts loading more
No.
into the back?
No.
Yeah.
It was like
That initial like wheat field or whatever it is.
a lot of the fields did it. Like it didn't register on certain parts of the field. So it would look like the crop has been harvested, but it's still technically there. That was the worst. So I'm just like ranting about my gameplay
Yeah, it's-
experience.
No, that's
It's
just
cool.
We're in the gameplay.
The driving. Like, okay, the starting fields they give you, there's that one field that's completely separate from your other two fields.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why?
That's to make you get all the other ones in between.
Life doesn't always
It's
give you
literally to
fields
give you
attached.
something to do in the fucking game. To drive.
Yeah, but I felt like that a good portion of the game I was just traveling. And I was always lost because the map system was god awful.
Yeah, it was a little
in this game.
You know you could quick switch between your vehicles, though, right?
No, I do know that, but I was
Okay.
always lost at where I was on this map. And I get it, they have this number grid system with the different fields, but it didn't give me enough coordination with like where I was. And it wasn't like this and I get it, that, like it wouldn't be normally gridded like that. I mean, it was like plot over here, big plot here, small plot here, a little bit of forest. Like it was like a normal land, but it wasn't like gridded in a like an easy to read format, more or less.
Probably for realism.
Yeah.
Just
There you
saying.
go. Everything else was going with it. Why are they going to make it any easier now? Other than you could bring up the big map and see where you were at on like the entire big map.
So
Did you know about the big map?
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
Okay.
It was like an L1 and you click something. I think
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
L1 and square or something like that.
Yeah, it's like L1 and then click in L3 and it's like bloop, big old
Yeah,
giant
yeah.
map.
Half the screen.
So after I was playing the tutorial and finally being the farmer, I decided that the only fun. Go ahead, Harry.
I was going to say, let's talk about the tutorial real quick while we're on that.
Yes, please, let's.
It's just the same thing over and over again, just
Yeah, it's
using
like,
this,
hey, do
a different
this.
machine.
Hey,
Yeah.
do this. Hey, do this.
Oh, now you have to do this. Oh, and then you
Now you got to
deploy.
water the field.
Yeah.
Now you got to plant the seed. Now you got to sow the soil. Like it was just the same thing. It just told you, hey, this is what you're doing. It was still the same process driving over that plot of land.
Activate the machine and drive the tractor.
Do you want to know what happened? As soon as I was done the tutorial, I hot swapped back into all of the vehicles that I had in the middle of the field because they're literally like, hey, you've done enough for now. Let's go to the
Yeah.
next thing.
Yeah.
I went back to all of them and just hired workers for every single thing. And then I got in a tractor and was like, I'm going to explore while everyone does my fucking work for me. And this comes into the only point of the game where I like had any sort of enjoyment. I tried to break stuff and nothing is like breakable in the game. It
No.
really pissed me off.
You
There's,
can
like,
run into another car that's driving down the road and it does nothing. You
It
just
can't
stop.
run
does
people over.
nothing. You
Yeah.
can't go through like a wooden fence. You can't fucking like you said, like run people over. Like you can't.
You can't
like,
even chainsaw a chicken. I tried.
You can barely jump off of anything. I was trying to like drive tractors off of little fucking jumps that I found in like those hills that were to the south. Like I was like going up there and like trying to like jump off of things. I couldn't fucking do it.
You had to go down the
Farming
hill for
Stunt
that.
Simulator
No.
2018.
I found myself doing that for a little bit, like getting at like the most top point because I know there's like a span between where the shop is, where you can buy stuff and
Yeah.
like borrow money, and then back towards the main field. If you're going down that hill, there's like a little bit of rocky cliffs. You could kind of jump off a little bit.
Yeah. And the second you get in the air, everything goes fucking screwy. Like, it's not even like remotely built in like physics or anything to that game. Another thing that I found was weird. I have the picture. I'll make sure that I get it on the Facebook. Is a picture of me with an attachment on the back of my tractor, off of a ridge where the tractor and the trailer are supporting each other in a straight fucking line. Like, there's a huge fucking gap, and if it was actually remotely real, there would be like a bend at the trailer hitch, and, you know, nothing, just straight fucking line. And it pinned me there until I actually, like, undid the fucking trailer, and then everything fucking tumbled down, and then it was in the exact perfect spot. It was dumb.
Do that sound effect you did earlier.
After I started the farming, I got mad.
After I started the farming.
After I started the farming, I got mad and went ahead and sold all of my equipment. And I just started cutting trees. I did the logging part. I got bored with the fields. I got mad at the fields. I didn't want to have to do the same fields over and over. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to buy a chainsaw. I'll buy the Buffalo, which is the big machine where you can actually go over and pick up the logs, and it's like a transport system. And I just did logging. So the fields were already done. I'm just taking care of deforestation by this point. That made me happy.
Did you plant trees?
No, I just cut them down. No,
Okay,
I just cut down everything I could.
Are they permanent when you cut them down?
I believe
Seems that
so,
way.
unless you go back and you start trying to kind of replant over it.
Now, can you cut down any tree? Like, can you go onto somebody else's farmland and just start hacking
That's
the
what's
trees?
weird, right? That's what's weird. I was like, okay, so are these trees just anybody's? It's like, yeah, big deal. And there are some that are near the lumber mill, which is just like a big pool. And that's Steve. I literally did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I actually got curious to see what was a way, like a strategy to make money in the game, because that seems to obviously be the only thing you can do. And it's like, okay, you go to the upper
left-hand corner,
the northwest area, and you can actually buy a tree. You can buy a placeable, and it's a tree. And if you plant a fir tree, it's like $7,000 to plant this tree. You chop it into 2 pieces, and you put it in the lumber mill, and you make $50,000 off the wood from it. You've broken the game. You can just plant trees, cut them, and dump them, and you've got more. You're out of debt. There's nothing else to do. I can buy another tractor, but why?
Yeah, there's a way out of your crippling debt. Just cut down trees.
And if you want, just cut down any damn tree you got, because there's no tree police going to come and arrest you.
No.
The tree police.
They're not going to come get you.
Although,
the hippies!
although I am sad that I didn't play long enough to be able to buy like the most
Really?
the grand.
Really?
No, actually, yes,
You could see Aries' face.
because the biggest logging machine there is the one where you can grapple on a tree, it cuts it in half, you turn it on its side, and basically
Deep branches.
debranches everything, and you can cut it into sections. I wanted that thing so bad, but it was like $825,000, and there wasn't any way I'm going to put that much time into saving up $825,000.
Well, I was saying you could have just. I don't know if there was a limit to how much debt you can get into.
Yeah, there is. You can only borrow $200,000 from the bank.
Oh,
really?
I was going to ask you that if you knew. Like, is it just infinite?
No, I
But-
just
No.
kept going. I didn't know there was a limit.
Because I wanted that machine, so I'm like, all right, how much in loans and debt can I answer? And I kept hitting it, and it's like you can only borrow $200,000 from the bank. I'm like, well, I'm done. I can't get it. So time to cut down more trees.
Can I say what the number one thing
You can't
that
say.
really turned me off of this game? Because there was a time when I was actually interested, like, cool, if I can manage this and set up all these AIs to run the farm, and
Hire
I could
enough
just
workers.
bop around to the different farmlands and just keep everything going. It's like more of like a managerial type responsibility rather than an actual farming.
You want to be the foreman, not the farmer.
Kind of.
Right.
The AI was so fucking terrible in this game. The amount of times that they were stuck on another vehicle, or they got stuck on a tree, or they just stopped midway through a fucking field, and I'd have to hire them all over again. It's like, why am I hiring the same douchebag over and over again if you can't even do the fucking job?
Seriously.
Douchebag.
Get out of here, douchebag.
Yeah, douche.
The douche, you can't even plow a farm. Where's your
Swedish
papers?
douchebag. And there's something wrong with the mechanics in it too, because like okay, I got this corn. I don't know. It was something
Husker?
Do you got the life?
maybe. Okay, so when I would drive this machine,
All day I dream about sex.
I don't know, something with
Is life
harvesting the
peachy?
corn.
You freak on a leash, damn.
So I would go to harvest the corn, right? I got this machine. It cost me quite a bit of pennies.
Quite a bit of pennies.
Quite a bit.
What
of
was it
pennies.
like? 10?
Quite a bit of pennies.
I went and got this machine. It cost me quite a bit of pennies.
10,000 bags of
I
pennies.
saved up all my pennies. And when I was driving the machine, harvest.
Harvest.
I was trying to harvest this fucking corn.
It was so hard. It kept giving me lip up my ears.
Jesus Christ.
So anyway, I was trying to harvest the corn. When I was driving the vehicle, it was fine. But as soon as I give it over to an AI hire, it would go like a tenth of the speed that I was driving. Like it was so ridiculously slow. It would have taken like 3 hours regular time to get through this entire field.
You can control that. No, you can't.
You want something done, Harry? You got to do it yourself.
No, I mean some of the vehicles work fine with the AI. They go at the normal speed up and down. They even lift the machine because they're so fucking afraid to like turn over the grass or something like that.
They're just being efficient.
They're programmed that way. Don't hate them for it.
Yeah, whatever. But no, there was something about this vehicle that it just didn't function with AI.
Was it your D beater?
My what?
Your D beater?
Beater. D-beater.
machine
beating.
the D beater.
You're like, oh, what?
So that was frustrating because that was the one thing I was actually like, I can get into this game if I can just kind of manage everything and just kind of like collect the money at the end of the day. But I had to actually, when you have to physically drive up and down these fields with the vehicle because the AI isn't going to function for you, that's a fucking problem.
We fixed that in the sequel. You should get it. You should try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17. So much better.
No, but really,
It's so mad. You see that look?
I am mad now that I think about it. Like,
Oh, no.
It's actually making me pissed off.
about halfway through, mine became foresting simulator, and then I accidentally drove my tractor into the drink. And
Oh,
I
no,
said,
did you?
Forget it. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm almost there. I'm like right there. No, bloop. And then it was like, do not drive close to water. And I
You're
couldn't
already in the water.
I couldn't like move the tractor, do anything. It was done. And I
It's
was
just
like,
gone.
Control Alt Delete.
Oh,
Where
shit.
did you find water?
The lumberyard. You drop the trees in.
There's a pool. There's
it's
a giant
basically a
pool of
pool
water.
with
Oh,
logs in
God
it.
damn it. I
Yeah,
would have driven
could've-
all of my fucking tractors in there.
Yeah, no.
The tractor graveyard.
I didn't show you that, Clark? Yeah, I did it.
No.
Could you sell it?
I didn't try.
You can't. Oh, what? Sell the tractor that's underwater?
That would have been amazing.
No, because you have to drive it up next to like the actual.
You can sell anywhere.
Yeah,
Really?
I thought you
I
could.
could sell and buy anywhere.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Just a little water damage. It's still good. It's still good.
I flooded the system. It'd be all right.
Is that flood
No
damage?
problem.
No.
I know what you're talking about.
Should
No,
have
it's
hired
good.
somebody that was
Rusty?
underwater.
No.
That would have
They're
been
just
good.
sitting there.
Just see the bubbles popping out of the top of the lake.
Push F to hire diver to retrieve your tractor.
That's fine if they would have died. They weren't on the books anyway.
Oh.
No, I was in the tractor.
Cash only.
It wasn't. I didn't hire a worker. I was the one in it.
Oh. Well, that takes care of your crippling debt.
That also takes care of my gameplay, I think.
All right, so I do think that kind of does wrap up the gameplay. We all gave our perspective on the gameplay, which at least one quick thing, at least you were saying about the weights, that was at least a point that they didn't quite miss. You may have had a straight line tractor, but some of the stuff were like the turning and Dymax, they did not let you fuck around with how you could maneuver because they did kind of keep it realistic.
Almost like a simulator.
Yeah.
What?
Did anyone notice that you can't jackknife any of your trailers though?
I didn't try.
No, I haven't.
That bothered me. That really bothered me.
But that you couldn't
jackknife his
you couldn't fully jackknife a trailer?
No, you couldn't fully jackknife any single piece of equipment that you had attached to a
It's
tractor.
a lot of
Oh.
jack attempts.
Do you know
Quit
what
jacking it.
jackknifing
Yeah,
is?
you mean like getting it like
Yeah,
whatever.
getting it
90
to
degree
almost like a
angle.
90-degree angle.
yeah.
You couldn't. You could get it at about a 45-degree angle, and it would still move.
You're only-
Everything would still move.
You're only staying acute.
I concur with your hypothesis. I got my protractor out and tried.
Obtuse. You could only stay obtuse. You could never become acute.
Obtuse is past 90 degrees.
Steve,
That's what I'm saying.
how could you be so obtuse?
You couldn't be acute, which was less than 90 degrees ever.
Yeah, you only said you can go to a 45-degree angle, which is acute.
Ralph, I think you're cute.
That's it. Aw.
I think you're obtuse.
All right, let's move on.
I think you're isosceles, Harry. That's a triangle.
I'm a rhombus.
Mathematical.
I want to be a parallelogram.
We get to choose what shape we want to be?
Whatever you want. GameCube. All right, so I try to put the one nice thing in gameplay,
Piss
but
myself.
let's move on to graphics.
Graphics.
The creators pissed themselves.
Piss myself.
I mean, it's
I put the water bottle on my lap. It just looks like I pissed myself.
Oh, it made it do it.
Well, I pissed myself.
Oh, it's pee.
Pee-pee. A pee-pee. Oh, the pee.
Doodle-cucka, 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 pee-pee.
Clark, do you know what they're doing? Because I don't.
I have no fucking idea.
We're talking about pee. Pee. Pee.
Is that actually from a thing? Because I was just going with
I
it.
don't
It sounded
know.
like- all right,
So
wow.
the graphics are clean.
Yeah.
No, they're not. I disagree.
In my version, they weren't. There were no jaggies.
What'd you play on?
No jaggies?
I bought the Steam version.
Oh, so you played on PS. Wow.
PC, Master
PC.
Race.
Wow.
I played the PC version. I think I overpaid, but
How much did you pay for it?
25.
You overpaid for it.
I think that's... What did I pay? I thought I texted you guys what I paid.
You said 25 too. I got it for 20 on Amazon, and then I got $8.80 back.
Yeah, right.
So I spent $12 on it
Good job.
total, and I never have to see that game again.
Some of the graphics weren't too bad. Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I think that the graphics are okay. I think for 2015 it looks okay. The physics obviously are minimal.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean
But the graphics, they were suitable.
the trees looked a little weird, and also like when I investigated the circus tent, it did that really weird thing that I haven't seen a lot of, except for in like PS1 and PS2 era games, where like thin rope with like flags on it, where it's not truly 3D.
It's
It, like-
one-dimensional.
Yeah, it's like one dimensional, or only two dimensional. Where it only has a front and back. There's no depth.
Got it.
So you could make the fucking rope disappear on your screen if you looked at it at the right angle. That was the only thing that I mean,
bare bones.
yeah, the game looked okay.
The sunsets look really nice.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, some of that.
One thing that I thought was like weird too was like there weren't really any like tractor trails. Like there's no frills to like the graphics. I mean, at least in a simulator like this, like beef up the graphics. Like do something.
Like
that
if you-
makes this game redeeming.
Gritted
Like
through
if you
that.
drive over the grass, it doesn't leave like tire
Leaves a
marks
mark,
when you're
yeah.
going
Yeah,
through.
and
No,
like,
it did in mine.
but like going through the dirt doesn't leave tracks.
Yeah, it did. Yes, it did. It would leave a mark whenever I drove my tractor through my field. I would actually try to avoid doing it because it looked off.
Harry was
didn't
playing
like it.
He was playing the Game of Year edition.
Oh. Harry splurged. Now, when you were doing your logging, did you ever try cutting a tree that was on a hill and then it started rolling down?
No, I would cut diagonally so the tree would actually move. Because if you cut it like completely perpendicular, it'll just like sit there.
Yeah.
Like it'll like boop. So
But
you
no.
have to cut it at an angle and then it'll fall over.
Because I cut one over and it was kind of on the side of the hill. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to let it roll down the hill towards where my machine is to pick it up.
Yeah, what happened?
It slowly started rolling and then it just picked up speed. And by the time it was at the bottom of the hill, there's no hill left. It's flat. It's just spinning like a little vortex tree.
Oh,
like at the very
okay,
bottom, it just
yeah.
kept going and going.
I know what you mean.
And so I just ran over, and to kind of make my job easy, you can actually get right next to it. And I put the chainsaw out, and it just kept spinning, and I was able to start cutting off all the extra limbs as I
Right.
went along. I wish I could do that more. It made it a lot easier.
I do want to say I think they sort of blew their whole graphic load on the tractors and equipment. I think they really strove to make that accurate as possible. Like when I played, I had the New Holland, the America patch or whatever, the New Holland add-on.
Yeah.
Like New Holland is like New Holland, PA, where they make a lot of tractor
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah, they
and
had
all that.
actual companies, which was
Right.
kind of neat.
They had sponsorship. I think those were designed to be as accurate and realistic as possible. And then they were like, oh, the rest of the world, it's sort of, it plays second fiddle to the equipment.
True.
The equipment.
But that's
was
probably where they got a
detailed.
lot of their funding from as
Well,
well.
yeah.
Like
Sure.
advertising.
Had to have.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So I think it's important that they nailed the look of those.
Except for John Deere. John Deere has class. They don't put their name on shit.
Can you ever see yourself in the game, like your avatar?
You see the guy sitting in the tractor.
You see him, you see him sitting in the tractor. That's right. But like, obviously, first person when you're, just running around doing whatever. And I always thought it was really funny how fast he could run. It seemed like he could run faster than the tractor. But
Oh,
it was
he
just the
could.
perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or when you
Bare bones.
when you hire help and nothing changes, and then you just hop out of the tractor and someone's still in the tractor.
It's a ghost.
Like you just split off. Like what is this? Mitosis?
Mitosis?
Is that where you split off? Where they ate?
Maybe.
Budding?
I don't remember.
Where you're budding? I have no fucking.
You just
idea.
wanted to say budding.
Try to.
Mitochondria.
That's
It's through the power of
Is it-
mitochondria.
Is it hot in here? Is it me?
yeah. I'll leave, Ralph. I'm sorry. Yeah, graphically, I don't
There was a sky.
really know. Yeah, there was a sky.
There was dirt.
I
some
didn't
chicken.
like
It was
how-
a good skybox.
Yeah.
So now I will say, graphically, all the crops I want to say have like 4 or 5 cycles, where they just here's what it looks like when it's at this height. In normal, it would be a couple weeks later. This is what it would look like now. Like they would have but it would just switch all of a sudden. Here's a young plant. Now here's a mature plant. Here's a plant ready for harvest.
Like
Okay.
that
more or
mature
less.
plant.
And it would just jump from graphically. This is how the plant would look in that stage of its life cycle.
Right. Steve, you grow your own carrots and corn and beets and
Yeah,
zucchini and cucumbers and
a little bit of everything.
little bit of
Chickens grows them right into the ground. Chicken.
I was trying to think
You got
of
to plant them head down.
vegetables
you
that
do.
were oblong.
Cows too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Squash.
Squash.
Ostriches.
You got to use that churning thing to harvest them.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm offended. I'm offended.
Oh, can I tell you a fucked up video I saw?
No.
It's farming related.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Go ahead, Ralph.
They
Close your
showed
ears.
how they made chicken nuggets.
Oh, you're welcome.
This
Oh,
video was
yeah.
horrendous, and it was just like I want to say like 100 just chicken peeps, and then all of a sudden this dude hits a button, and then they're literally all grinded all at once.
Yeah, insta-death.
Yeah.
At least it's
Yeah.
not in like a.
And it turns into a paste that
Yeah.
gets molded.
That video
and then that's how you.
scarred me.
And that's how you get dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets, which I buy every 2 weeks. They're so delicious.
Dinosaur.
You used to be a baby chicken. Blah, 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 blah. Now you're in my belly. Blah, 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 blah. Now you're gonna be poop. Poop, 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 poop.
Wow.
It's a circle of life.
the
Life.
circle of life.
Brought to you by
Baby
Steve
chicken
Smith.
to fecal matter. When you're yellow, then you're brown, and pink in between.
Or red for blood.
Debbie Downer.
Blood.
I didn't know I was recording with Debbie tonight.
Vegan facts.
You're the one who brought up the chickens. And
I
the
know.
Bad.
Wait, who was it? Was it one of you guys that asked me if I was a militant vegan?
That was me.
That was you. Okay. God, I feel radical, man.
Some people are.
Fur is murder.
I've worked with 2 radical vegans.
I think I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe.
like millet. Like, are you gonna?
Hold on. We are way off topic.
Are you sure?
We need to get back to the game.
No, fuck it. I'm having fun with this
No,
conversation.
We
no,
need to
let's
get back
wrap
to the
this
game.
up.
I want to get through the fucking game.
Racket. Rackball.
Are you going after the whalers?
Racket.
Are you fighting the Japanese?
Yeah, right.
That's not what militant vegan means.
But I just think military. Do you have fatigues?
What's next? After graphics, music.
Ghillie suits.
Ooh, music's easy.
It is.
Right, so I think we pretty much covered graphics. I mean, we did kind of jump right in to your talking about the life cycle of plants.
Yeah.
But then I also turned off the rotting crops, so I don't even know what they look like.
Yeah, I turned that off too.
That would have been a lot better for your
I
crippling,
didn't want the extra challenge. It was frustrating enough.
your crippling debt with rotting crops. That's where you actually go to the barn, and your farmer has like a noose just hanging right there, ready for it.
The end of your rope.
I saw what you did there. That was cute. Music time.
Music.
The music was unremarkable and boring, I thought. The sound effects on the engines and stuff, you could kind of tell that there were different sound effects for different tractors and things like that. Other than that, though, like it's your standard like little bit of music here and there, and the like the ambient like animal sounds.
Yeah, chickens sound like chickens. Chainsaw sounded like chainsaw.
Birds chirping sounds like
Yeah.
birds chirping.
Though you could not chainsaw the chickens. I tried just because. Well, you got to. But yeah, everything sounded like it was pretty much supposed to. Almost like it was simulated.
I mean, honestly, as far as music goes, I can't remember anything music-wise besides like the menu.
The menu. That's all
That
I
was
got.
pretty much it.
Was there anything in the game?
No, I don't think so.
so.
Nothing that I paid attention to. After like
It was all just sound effects, right?
yeah.
Pretty much.
Then I pretty much stopped from there and just put on Spotify while I was playing it.
Yeah,
just so I
threw
had
Pandora
some kind of music. You really ain't got much.
Yeah, I really have nothing to add for music. Yeah, sound effects,
Yeah.
pretty accurate. I had to turn the TV down. I feel like they were a little loud.
I would agree.
Did anybody else experience that?
I did.
The tractor was too loud, I thought.
They were all pretty loud. And I even had the subwoofer and everything else off, and it's like, all right, that's just like way too loud for this game. I don't need adaptive sound for this.
Can't wait for the VR version.
Oh,
Is that a real thing?
I hope so.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope they
I
don't
have
waste
no
their
idea.
money.
I have
Or anyone
absolutely no
else's.
idea.
I'm in on it. At least it'll give me a reason to get the VR.
Yeah, $400 farming simulator.
Yeah, fucking right. It's almost like I could go get a tractor. I think that's probably like the shortest music session ever because there was no actual music and sound effects sounded like they should have. Let's just do it. Time for final thoughts. Let's get her going.
Final thoughts.
Ralph.
Riff, it's your turn. Riff.
As far as I'm concerned, this best video game I don't ever played. Let me tell you what, it's just like when you're down on the farm, you gotta get that corn, you gotta get the refuel, you gotta keep going, making the dollars is wonderful.
Sounds good. Harry, what you got?
It was disappointing to say the least. I feel like it could have something there, but it's just there's no like end game content. Like it's just
You want some end game?
no. I just mean like what do you like? Oh, I compare this to the early editions of No Man's Sky. You collect all these resources, sell them for money, for what? You know what I mean? Like
for the sake of gathering loot.
Yes.
yeah,
For the
just
sake of
yeah, just for the
credits.
sake of doing it. I just
That's pretty
So
much
No
it.
Man's Sky is Space Farm Simulator.
yeah, kinda.
Oh, here's a rock. I'm going to
Space
go
farm,
collect
yeah.
that.
Space farm.
I don't get it. Like I don't get it. Like
Do you
I
get
don't get it. like whoever made this game, they just like
They don't get
they
it.
don't get it. It's just like there could be so much more with this game.
Tractor porn
But do they get it?
Yo, tractor porn, what up?
I just
We're gonna hitch this trailer. It's gonna be amazing.
Harvest this dick.
if they were I mean simulator, yes. There's a lot of simulating going on, but why turn that into a game?
Why not?
Life simulator.
I
Like, you sit on the couch and watch TV.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's his
I don't
official
get it.
review. That's his final
That's
thought.
Harry's.
That's it.
Harry's
That is your final
I don't
thought.
get it.
I don't
on that
get it.
thought. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. How can I build on my final thoughts when I just don't get it?
I don't get it. Cut that in. I don't get it. Just stop it.
Perfect. Summed it up.
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
get it.
Clarkham.
Clarkham.
You had to throw one more in, Harry.
I got it.
I agree with Harry. I really don't get the appeal of this game. I mean, if you really want to know what it's like to be a farmer, you should probably just go be like a helping hand at a farm, and not
Why do you give me that look? Maybe I want to milk some teats.
and not like play a video game about farm simulating, because I don't even think the game is super realistic. Like, maybe some of the processes are and how you would harvest a crop and sell it. Other than that, I don't think it's a very realistic simulation of what that is like. I mean, yeah, it's probably just as fucking boring as the game, and it's probably just as fucking heartbreaking as the game, but other than that, I agree with Harry. I don't fucking get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I'd rather play Moonshine Simulator 2015.
That would be awesome. I would love to do that.
You have to like be a rum runner and you have to run from the cops.
Smugglers Run.
no,
There used to be
no,
a
no, no.
fucking game.
Moonshine Simulator 1933.
I think that's
I'd play
just
that.
called Prohibition Masters.
Yeah,
Boardwalk Empire.
right? Boardwalk Empire.
Dig it. I get this game. And by when I say I get it, I don't really get it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
On a scale from 0 to
Getting it?
I don't get it.
I get to about, yeah. I'm about that far. Yeah. It's not what I thought it was going to be.
What did you think it was gonna be?
Though I did.
First person shooting.
Yeah. Just running through the corn.
Corn. I did like the fact that I could log in it. I didn't know that. I did. Hey, it gave me a different option than just trying to harvest crops. I'm not gonna lie. I watched some YouTube videos of like some big multiplayer stuff going on. You never know.
We didn't talk about the multiplayer.
I
Apparently
never.
it's a thing.
I never. Anybody. Let's talk about it now. Did anybody play the multiplayer?
Nope.
All right, cool. We just talked about the multiplayer. But I might actually give it a shot.
Oh my gosh.
Now, before we do wrap it up, I do
Wrap it
want to
up,
mention there are little campaign missions in the actual campaign. Hey, help such and such farmer plow his field. Oh, he needs help harvesting this corn, or like stupid shit like that to earn a little currency. on
So
the side.
dumb shit.
Yeah,
No quests?
You get an achievement for mowing the grass. That's an achievement.
mowing simulator.
Yes. So
Yes,
yeah, I pretty much got nothing else for that. I really don't.
To the scores.
Time to score it.
The score.
Harry, give me your score.
I'll give it a.
Give it to me, Harry. Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
All right. Thanks, Ralph. Good looking.
I think I'm gonna give it. I don't get it. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 2.0, which is above Rambo,
All right.
but it's below No Man's Sky.
I actually like Rambo more than this game.
I do too. Absolutely do too. This game sucks.
It's not your turn, Clark.
No, I'm sorry. I know.
God damn it, that's not my
know.
order.
Yeah, I'm
right.
I'm sticking with that.
2? All right.
2.0.
Ralph,
30%
30%?
out of 300.
So 1%.
That 10%.
Or 10%.
Sure.
Yeah. What is your final?
Yeah. So what is it actually?
I don't know. I was going to say 30, but maybe I'm thinking 30 is too much.
It would be a.
What do you want?
What did I give Rambo?
No, you can't go back.
No.
What you got?
10%.
10%.
10%.
10%.
10%.
I gave Rambo 0.99%.
You did.
All right, so he likes this more than Rambo.
10 times more than Rambo.
Yes.
I fucked myself.
I fuck myself.
I fucked myself.
I painted myself into the corner.
jiggling.
Clark, what you got for score?
I'm going to give this 2 hillbillies out of nobody gives a fuck about this game, and nobody should.
Damn.
That's a long
Yeah, I don't know if
score.
gonna fit in there.
Yeah,
but
that's
all
a long
right.
title.
Excel document.
Well, hey. Hey, Harry. Make it fit.
Use rap
You know what?
text.
Don't worry, Harry's
rap
good at
text.
I just don't get it.
It's just
I don't get it. I don't get. I'm gonna make T-shirts. I don't get it.
I'm gonna have to.
Got it.
I'm gonna give this game a D plus.
D plus.
Yeah.
Plus the D.
Yeah. Well, everything's good with plus D.
You like this better than Rambo?
I did actually.
Yeah.
I did.
I think I would agree with that. I think there's more to do than there is in Rambo.
Yeah. Rambo.
I keep hearing rainbow when you say Rambo for some reason.
Catcom.
Catcom rainbow.
Catcom Rainbow.
Catcom Rainbow.
No, I have to. Even though my scores don't reflect this, like I enjoy Rambo more than this. I could play Rambo. I could laugh at it. I can't laugh at this. This is depressing. It's sad.
That's because you didn't have a story to go along with it.
You're right.
And that's the lack of your own imagination, Ralph.
I just wanted one quest where I had a kid who wanted a puppy and I needed X amount of money to get a puppy for my kid to encourage me to to farm.
And then you
There's
throw
nothing.
Then you
nothing.
throw the puppy in the harvester.
Yes.
You
How'd
sick
you know?
fuck.
How'd you know?
Because I had the same dream.
Okay.
So we do have one question tonight, Steve.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we got one. Who is it?
This is actually from a couple weeks or a week ago.
A week ago? What do we
This
got?
was from Michelle Moses Kirshner.
What's up, Michelle?
Oh, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Oh, hi, Michelle.
What's up, girl?
So she asked about the game. Is it anything like Farmtown or Farmville? Those games are addicting.
I have no idea.
No.
No.
No, because
I
those
am not
games.
too familiar with those games.
games are
No.
good.
Well, so essentially, it's a tap game where you're like tapping, growing crops, collecting,
Oh,
and doing
not
all that
one.
stuff.
Sorry.
Like Farmville, you're just like,
Not
oh,
Farmville.
what am I gonna do with this field? Boom, it's growing. Okay, wait for this timer to go. Boom, boom, boom. Wait for timers. Wait for timers. Wait for timers. Tap, click, collect resources, spend them. Fucking go over and over and over again.
Well, it's Fallout Shelter.
This is the same thing, just drawn out, and you have to fucking manually do it unless you want to rely on shitty AI.
What about the not? You said Farmville. I thought you were going to talk about the other game that she mentions. Isn't that an indie game that one guy made that's actually really fun?
I'm
This is not Stardew Valley. This is nothing like Stardew Valley.
That must be what I was thinking.
That is what you're thinking of.
Did
I
she say
guarantee
that?
you.
Did she say
No.
Stardew Valley?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Stardew Valley is like a really good game
Yeah.
from all accounts. I personally have not played it. I've looked at it a few times. I'm not into the
Like
collect
Harvest Moon kind
collect
of thing?
resources type of games.
Oh.
Like Ark fell off for me very quickly, and 7 Days to Die has just. I played that for 2 hours, and it's sitting on my PlayStation 4.
I'm up
but
to
it's a-
420 hours.
Yeah, but I have it on PS4, and the difference between the games is drastic.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll die out on Fortnite. Although the thing that's nice about Fortnite is it's 3 resources, so like it doesn't matter.
All right. Well, at least someone has some insight because I didn't hear about it. But thank you for your question, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Appreciate
Appreciate it.
That's awesome. You're the best.
Around.
No one's ever gonna bring you down. Do we have any iTunes reviews?
We
I
do
don't
not.
think
We have no iTunes reviews. So as always, please, 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 please,
Please,
please, please,
Oh, got it.
please,
please.
please,
Please.
please.
There's
No,
no
but-
reviews? I don't get it.
It does really help the show, and it doesn't take you that much time at all. Just log on to your iTunes account, leave us an iTunes review. You have no idea how much it really helps the show.
Give us a review.
And we love you for it.
If you already have, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we,
thank you.
we
Thank
will
you for the
read
one-
them aloud.
Thank you for the ones who have contributed.
Yes,
really
thank
do
you.
appreciate it. Love you. All right, so up next, coming next episode after Mubbers is the sequel to Farming Simulator Battlefront. No, but for real, it's not the actual sequel to it, but the next game is Star Wars.
Stobbles.
Star Wars
Battlefront.
Star Wars Battlefront.
It's when you make cakes in space. 9999999.
10. Star Wars Battlefront. Get ready, bitches. Lightsabers and pew pew pew.
And EA.
Pew. Oh.
EA.
I'm kind of excited for this.
Pew pew.
Me too.
Pew pew.
I don't know anything about Star Wars.
This is eyes dash side to side.
What is
Yeah.
Star Wars? Is that a new franchise?
Star Wars follows Spock.
Luke, I am your father.
So when Spock and John Travolta meet on Second Earth,
And it'll be the first time that I've hosted in a while.
True.
It's been like 7 episodes.
Filthy man animal. Before you even learn how to spell your name, I was conquering galaxies.
All right, I think
that,
we're good.
that was my fault. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
I brought that upon all of us.
You
I
mentioned
triggered
he
Ralph.
whose name must not be spoken.
Sandy.
John Revolta.
John Revolta. That's cute. It's cute.
Get the shot.
I just don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.